There's a big truck going by. I am at Lake Okeechobee, right out there. It's really big, in case you've never seen it before. And this is the weekly check-in. So what went well last week and what didn't go well last week? For me, trucks are really loud. I feel like my exercise and sleep are getting back to normal, which feels really good. I've been waking up without an alarm. I had some really stressful things happen, and I feel like I was resilient and I handled them well. And I have like a tweak to my daily to-do list, where instead of just having like a really long list of things to do, I'm separating it into categories. And my categories are self-care, which is usually journal, exercise, and yoga, hiking and yoga, or kayaking, something outdoors. My work at my main job, which is only part-time. My work for my business and dissertation, and then life stuff, because life stuff takes up a lot of time. So it's good to, you know, add life stuff to my list, because sometimes days are just life stuff, like driving people around and making appointments and paying, you know, like adulting can take up a lot of time. So things that didn't go well last week, I feel like I didn't get a lot of things done, but that's my baseline. So if I look back at everything I accomplished, like on my checklist for last week, I actually did, but I could always use a little more focus. So this week, the 3 things I'm going to give my time, energy, and attention to are continued self-care, movement, journaling, reading and content creation. I am reading books on coaching. I didn't know it was going to be this loud out here. Reading books on exercise and mind-body connections, and retreat planning, because in a few weeks I will be going on a retreat, so I want to make sure I have all my routes and hikes and logistics planned out in advance. So what's serving me right now and what is not serving me right now? I think it's important for me, like what's working well is just like saying it is what it is, and having that kind of mindset where I can only control things in my sphere, and accepting the things I can't control has made it easier to not be stressed out by them. Being intentional, doing weekly check-ins and planning in advance, but also being flexible with, you know, what goes on in my day or week. And what's also working well for me is trusting my data. So I do wear fitness trackers. I have an Apple Watch, a Whoop band, and a Aura, I don't know, Aura ring, and I check my data every morning and throughout the day, and then I try to hit the fitness goals, like what they recommend for me to do based on my sleep and my heart rate variability, which your HRV is really a measure of how you're handling stress in your life. So for most of January, I wasn't feeling well, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna work out. I'm not feeling good. I'm gonna get extra rest. I'm gonna sleep. And I didn't really hit my fitness goals, and then I just felt worse. So this week especially, I was like, I'm gonna push myself and see. There's all these little weird snails on the ground. I'm gonna push myself and see if it'll make a difference. If I trust the data and it says I can work hard today, then I'm gonna work out hard, and it's been working well. So I'm gonna continue to trust the data. My HRV, my heart rate variability is improving, my sleep is improving, so even when I don't feel like working hard, if the data says I can do it, I'm gonna try to do it because it seems to be making a good difference. So what's not serving me is stressing and worrying over things that I don't have control over. So I'm, like, even something happened yesterday where I had no control over it, and it really sucked, and I felt betrayed, but there's nothing I can do about it. And I'm like, okay, that happened. I don't want it to affect me moving forward, and it felt good to just acknowledge it, accept it, and let it go. It's probably gonna happen again, and I have no control over that either. So worrying about it isn't going to make it better or make it stop. What feeling or emotion do I want for myself this week, and how am I going to make that happen? Well, last week my word was ease, and I'm going to continue with that. Calm, obviously, and safe, because safe from physical harm, but mentally safe, like creating and holding a safe space for myself that I can process like repressed emotions, and just creating a safe space for continued healing is important. And self-care routines, hiking, yoga, journaling, and listening to my body and data. Okay, so there's a lot going on in the world this week. There was a truck full of corn that just drove by. So there's a lot going on in the world this week, especially over like with Russia and the Ukraine, and not just that, but that's like a big one for a lot of people. So how am I going to deal with news and media? And like, I am on social media, obviously, but I try not to scroll too much, and I want like what I put on social media to help people to feel calm and safe. So my goal this week is to share things and not like doom scroll, and to really focus on community and connect with the people that what I'm sharing resonates with. And the last thing is, what kind of self-care can I give myself this week? In addition to hiking and my outdoor adventures and journaling, and resting, like making sure I get good sleep, I want to make sure that I read and take notes and make content, because reading is something I really love to do and enjoy. I just haven't had the focus time to do it. So I'm working on building that routine into my schedule and increasing the amount of time I have for that. So if you want to do this for yourself, I will put the questions in the thread or whatever. The questions, you could read them, but here they are again. What went well last week? What didn't go well? What top 3 things are you going to focus on this week? What is serving you right now? What isn't serving you right now? What feeling do you want to cultivate for yourself this week? How do you want to approach the news and social media this week? And what kind of self-care can you give yourself this week? Okay? Take care.